Hey everybody, I am back with messages for Future and Lori at your request, and it's disconnect. It's a really big disconnect that's happening between them. It's been happening for a while. They are disconnected from each other. It's just not the right timing, not the right place, not the right life. Their lives are not matching with each other. So I want to tell you that. Um, I can even see like one person is downstairs and one is upstairs. The lives are not matching, but there's a numbness here too. Um, they know they're not connected. They know that they have two different lives. They know that they are two different people. They know that they are not connecting, but it's numb right now. There's a numb spirit, and neither one is making an action move right now. So I don't even know why they're hanging on right now, but I feel like they're hanging on. They got some type of soul tie, and it doesn't even feel like it's to each other. They have a soul tie connected to the pain of each other. They are connected through pain. Both of them have a pain inside of them. There's a hurting place inside of each of them, and that's what keeps them together. The loyalty is in the pain. Okay? So that's one thing. Um, I almost wanted to say that Future was in love with her. I almost felt like that as I was meditating, but then quickly it switched. He wants her. He wants her. He desires her. He wants her to stay. He's in love with love. Oh, that's weird. I just heard Love. Yeah, I just heard the song. Okay, is that him? I hope that's him. Well, anyway, he's in love with love. He's in love with the feeling of being together, holding, sleeping with a person. He does not like to be alone. I think his lifestyle can also show us that. But I can tell you it's the weirdest thing because he feels like he's in love with each person he's been with, even if it was 2 days apiece. He's in love with love. He loves the touch. He loves the chemistry. He loves someone being there with him at all times. It's almost like a fear of sleeping alone. There's definitely a lot of emotional issues and stuff going on within him. That's another story. But the same for her as well. So they're disconnected at this time. There's a numb spirit. They're connected to each other's pain. Um, and I definitely see a breakup, of course, because of this. You have to heal first. I do see a breakup, and I do see her being the one to break up with him. It's really not about breaking up at this point, it's about leaving. And that's that stubbornness thing inside of her. She could have been left, but she's trying to prove a point. She could have been left. She should have been left. She been wanted to leave. She can walk out at any time. He has an emotional control using his pain to keep her. But even that, she's more stronger than that too. She can leave anytime she want. I think that she's still with him at this second is because she has not chose her next destination, and she has to prove a point. And I think she'll feel like crap if she left this relationship. She kind of got herself in a situation where she told everyone, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy. And she's not happy. But that's her issue of life. There's not a person here that can make her happy. And just like for him, there is not a person that could bring him comfort. These things have to be found within each other. And that's the story. So she's there because she's stubborn. She's there because of pride and ego and don't want it to feel or hear I told you so. but she will leave him. I have that very, very strongly. I don't have a time period on that. Um, Very surprised I didn't. Maybe something might pop up later. Okay, so the way that he looks at her is like I just heard Sahara Desert. That's how he looks at her, like a queen, like a beautiful queen on a donkey. That's how he looks at her. He looks at her as like a gift. He was waiting on her arrival. He always was waiting on her. He knew that she would return, or he believed so much that she would return to him because he knows how much he touched her heart, touched her mind, touched her body. He knows the comfort. He knows that he loved on her. So he wants to move forward with her. That's what he wanted in the beginning. He wants to adore her. He want her to be wife. He want her to be the wife. He looked at her, he chose her, he put an imprint on her. He just never knew how it was going to happen. But he always knew that he made some type of imprint on her. And when she returned, it was like a queen sitting on the saddle of a donkey returning to him. And that's the type of relationship that they have, kind of like this Songs of Solomon type relationship. If you know anything about that biblical passage, you might want to read that to get more information. But it's very romantic the way he is towards her, from the food to the desserts. He he's a romantic. He's a romantic man, and upon her arrival, it was like a celebration for him. He prepared himself for her, and he made it a beautiful thing, like she was a queen coming to the palace, and that's how he treated her. He looks at her as if you are for me. He really do believe that she is for him. There's a youth inside of her that he really, really loves and admire because I just heard and saw gray hair. He really doesn't want to get old, or maybe he doesn't want to be with an older woman, or maybe he want the youth of the woman to last a long time. It's something like that. It's kind of weird, but there's some type of youth that he loves about her. He like her like that, and that's why he wants to keep her. And she's like a beautiful present to him, and he want to move forward with her. He want to change his entire life with her. He want to change. He want to make changes. He want to plan a whole future with her. She is the one for him, so he thinks, and he has made that decision inside of himself that he will give his life to her, that he's actually making promises that we probably wouldn't even believe. He's promising her big things, like I'll stop my career, I will move to here, here, and here. He's basically sacrificing himself, and he puts that sacrifice on the table when they talk. He's willing to sacrifice it all because comfort is his priority. Emotional connection is his priority. Love and waking up with someone every day, that is his priority. So he has sacrificed himself to her in some type of way. But regardless of what he do, things is always broken. Things is always damaged, and it's always an issue. Things never become stable. And the reason why things never come to a balanced moment is because of her. She stops in her actions with him. Now, when I say stop in her actions with him, it feels like for 2 days straight they can hug each other and give affection, and on the third day, she will pull away. So a few days things go good, and then she stops action. There is some issues right there when it comes to physical touch. There's a issue there. She stops action. She stops sex. She stops affection. It could be out of the blue for him, but this is what she do. The connection is only good for a minute, and then she goes into this solitude place. It's like almost going hermit at times, but It's more physical than anything. That's why when I started, I said I felt like one was upstairs and one was downstairs, because she goes to this place where she wraps up in this blanket and don't want to be touched. So he's willing to give it all to her, but she stops things from happening. And then he has to create a way and charge after her, not giving up on her. He gives her time, and then he comes back and try to get to her again, because he believes that they are meant to be together. He believes that this month, actually, in this Aquarius season, there are some things that's going to come out. And I think that he's been here before. This desire of her to walk away. He doesn't know how to make her happy. It's almost like he's in tears, pacing the floor, and she's wrapped up in a blanket, numb, and not saying a word. And that's where I see the issues at right there. He offers options to her on different ways they can repair, different ways they can fix it. This conversation is probably like, what do you need? You want a therapist? You want a psychiatrist? What do you need? What do you need that's going to make you happy? What do you want? What do you need? And everything that he offers to her, she turns down, because nothing can fill this void. Nothing. I can even he's really offering everything, from money to vacations to times, massages, for help, therapy, spiritual help, um, even offering her family and friends to her. It's like, who do you need? What do you need? I'll get it for you. What do you need to smile? What do you need to keep you motivated so you can stop shutting down on me? But the truth is, and he'll realize this very soon, that there is nothing that he can do to cure this in her. And there's a self-worth about himself that he needs to find within him, because he keep putting his idea of love first. So there's some more clarity coming in for him. He'll begin to realize more and more that he can't do anything about this. And it seems like the moment that he tries to release her, not release the relationship, but the moment he say, okay, well, I'm going to give you a couple of days to relax. I'm going to go out of town. I'll be back. That's when the changes come, because she'll be alone. She doesn't like to be alone as well, but she feels alone when she's with him, so it's really not making a difference. But when he stops putting in that attention towards her, that's when she tends to wake up. It just feels like she does just enough not to lose him, or she does just enough to make sure he doesn't give up. They are disconnected. He is the leader in the relationship when it comes to trying to keep them together, but she's the leader in the relationship when it comes to intimacy. She chooses what day they will share that and what day they won't. Amazing. It's a heartbreaking feeling that I get between them two. As if they lay in the bed and cry. Well, he cries. She stares. Hmm. He's still trying to figure out a way to fix this, but there's no new beginning in fixing this situation. He can't fix her. He can't fix her. There's no commitment there. There's nothing he could do. He's offered marriage to her already. Um, I think that he has proposed to her already. I think he has already offered her marriage. Yeah, I really do. I think she probably said yes too. I don't think she meant it or mean it or mean it now. But I have proposals. That's I think he proposed to her twice. I think he done it more than once. I think he didn't said it plenty of times during pillow talk. He has already proposed. And he's trying to keep it that way. Now, when it comes to her, she looked at him as balanced. Actually, it was the weirdest thing too. When I was meditating, I had saw the candy stripers. I don't know if you know that from back in the day. These girls used to go around the hospital. It was usually younger girls, and they would go around and I guess it was doing some type of mission work. But I kept hearing, "I will take care of you," or "I'm taking care of you" in some kind of way. She feels like she can bring a balance to his life. She feels like that she's taking care of him. She feels like she's like the antidote for him. That praise that he give her really, really helps her ego, because she kind of feel like he can't do nothing without her, or he needs her. She loves the way he acts as if he needs her. And she believes that she is taking care of him in some kind of way. She believes that she's saving his life in some kind of way. Like, he needs me, he wants me, there's no one like me type feeling that I get. And she talks to him constantly and tells him how he's a great person and this, and that. She really do bring some type of life to him, and she admires and she loves taking care of him. It's almost like she's serving him mentally in some kind of way. Like, she keeping him above, keeping him happy, keeping him. It's the weirdest thing. She enjoys him needing her. Yeah. But at the end of the day, she's so moody and emotionally unbalanced that she can't keep up what she gives him. It's just like rubbing a kitten, softly rubbing him as a kitten, and then squeeze his face real hard right after that. That's how it feels. Like, she can build him up and she can tear him down in the same day. It's manipulative. It's um it's an unhealthy bondage thing. Yeah. Just as much as she comfort him, when she goes and spazzes out, she hurts him at the same time. Yeah. And don't know why. Promising never to talk like that to him again. Promising never to scratch him again. Promising never to punch on him. Promising not to do this behavior with him again. But it's in her. That was weird. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, because she built him up and she tears him down. It's according to how she feel. And then when she goes through this spaz out little screaming tantrum thing and "you don't care about me" type moment, then she goes into this silence and abandons the relationship and abandons the connection. She doesn't have that chemistry with him. She doesn't have that physical attraction. She's definitely not happy. And she want to be released out of this conflict. And I'm trying to find out what's stopping her from leaving. And the only thing I can feel is pride. She wants out. She's waiting on some type of clarity. I think she's trying to figure out how to end this, and how to end this in a way that it makes her look good, feel good, or be able to tell the story to the people back home. I don't know where the heck they at right now, location wise. I feel like they far from home. She's not done with this relationship, but she will be soon. It's something that has to happen first. Unsuccessful. This is an unsuccessful relationship for her in her eyes. She's definitely leaving him, but she's waiting on certain things to happen. Some type of clarity she's waiting for. It's a few more things that must happen before it ends. And when I say end, before she walks away, before she's done. I don't know what she's waiting on. It feels like she's waiting on a certain thing to happen. I feel like she want to make a story out of this. What is she waiting on? What is she waiting on to happen? I just had a thought, and I hope that's not it, but I just had a thought. I just saw a domestic violence case or something like that. I just saw that. Yeah, I really did. I hope that's not it. What is she waiting on? Something that she's waiting on. It's like she's trying to make a story out of it. Yeah. She doesn't know. It's not clear right now what she's waiting on. But it is something. She's waiting on something to happen before she walks away. I don't know. Whatever it is, it feels like some type of deceiving nature. I don't know what she's waiting on. Okay, so she's planning something. She's plotting. She's planning the exit. She's plotting the exit. And I do feel some abuse or some type of abusive thing is happening. I feel like it's on her end more than his. Or maybe they just have some fights sometimes. But these two people are enabling each other. And that's just it. They're just enabling each other. And she didn't push herself so far away from the people that she respects and hold some type of honor for them. Like her, I guess I would say her mom. She done poured away so much. Now she got to prove a point to make herself righteous to leave this thing. She definitely will leave it. I don't know how long it will be. It's simmering around. It's like going for too long. They might be in this thing for a little bit longer than what I think. I don't feel a quick breakup, but I can't say because she's plotting on something first. She's waiting on a certain thing to happen, and then the decisions will be made. This is just she wants out now, but the action has not started because she's waiting on something. She's waiting on something. She's waiting on something. I do get a lot of air energy. So if you guys remind me, I do think that we can do another message again around the next air season after Aquarius. What is that? Gemini? Is Gemini next? I got a lot of air here. So maybe around the next air sign. Yeah, I would say around Gemini season, we could probably see a little bit more on what this thought is all about. This plan, these thoughts to exit. I think we'll be able to see something around Gemini. Okay, so I lingered on that one a little bit too long because this ain't even really popping. All right, let me get to the next one. All right, thank you all. Bye bye.